A potential new baseball stadium for Morningside University came back before Woodbury County's Planning and Zoning Committee just this evening. Now, at a public hearing earlier this month, some county residents who live close to the proposed stadium site expressed concerns about traffic and lights. Those concerns delayed the project's approval by the county for further consideration by the Board of Adjustment next month.
We're hoping Morningside will come back with further clarity on how they can address much of those items there.
The Planning and Zoning Commission also discussed possible nuclear energy projects in the county, deciding to advance that discussion to the Board of Supervisors in hopes of attracting more public input on the topic. We'll keep you updated.